share this again. Sorry about that. So basically, sorry about that. Basically, my phone kept cutting off because of low power mode, but I fixed that. Okay, just getting everything set up. Alrighty, so we're gonna just go ahead and get into some GB10 teams. And sorry about how my stream had got disconnected, but here we go. So yeah, that's basically just doing some GB10. I'm basically on a grind because I was able to complete TOA early this month, TOA hard and TOA normal. So basically I'm just going to go ahead and start doing some room farming, and that's going to take a while, doing a lot of GB10 teams and GB10 runs to basically try to gather up the runes I need to be able to complete the rest of the game content. So definitely gonna be doing that. So I'm gonna spend today, at least a couple hours today, just running through GB10. I love the fact that I have this crow built up. As nasty as he is, he definitely can get a lot of the work done for me. Especially because a lot of the teams that I have build a lot of stacks. They add a lot of harmful effects. So let's definitely see how this goes. For the most part, I try to target the boss because they like to take out the towers first. Got that scratch on them. Got some stuff going on. We need to get a defense break really badly. Got branding. Unbalanced field. Got the slow on them. Yoink. Just go ahead and steal that from him. So we don't have to worry about him smacking us with that additional attack buff. Look at this. It has no speed on it, but for right now, I'm going to keep it and go on. I could just change that out for speed, the bottom one. Keep rolling. I like to try to, if it's just completely flat or trash, then I'll go ahead and sell it. But I'm usually looking for speed stuff right now, and runes that are way better than the ones that I have. So definitely going to be doing this for the rest of the month up until the next tour reset. Just basically going through GB10. NB10 and DB10, GB10, NB10, and then running a lot of the rifts and a lot of the raid runs. I'm trying to get a lot of the gifts, a lot of the boxes with the memorial gems in them and things like that, so that way I can try to amp up and make all of my monsters get into that 300 speed range. So Crow just immediately knocks out that middle golem who has like ridiculous stats for a mini boss. I mean, he's hard to status, especially like defense break and things. But once you are able to get a couple stacks on him, then he's pretty much food. He's nothing. We're gonna get right in and start targeting the boss really quick, so we can go ahead and knock down, get him out the way. Wish we was able to get that slow on him, but we weren't. So. Oh, he already took out my, that's why I brought the dark homunculus, just in case we can go ahead and get that strip on him. Once again, we didn't get any type of speed buff, but let's go ahead and go into my gift box and keep it going. What's going on, Daria? Just running some GB10 for you all this morning. Getting some of those stacks on top of this middle mini boss here. Scars, I mean, I just think that Crow is just OP. So we got 2 statuses on him. We got a brand. We got defense break. Let's go ahead and take that attack buff. Now, friend. And that's it. It's a 5-star rune. We're going to go ahead and sell that. Now, I've already got Baleygr, so we're not even questing for him anymore, and I'll show you his stats. So. But we are clobbering our way through GB10, as you can see. What's up, Darian? One of my good friends on here. So, Darian, I think I'm gonna start working on my raid teams and my arena teams, definitely, so we can get some matches in. Got a lot of these guys room for like Toa and doing a lot of like PvE content. So, Darian, I think I'm gonna start working on my raid teams and my arena teams, definitely, so we can get some matches in. Got a lot of these guys room for like Toa and doing a lot of like flat roam with speed. Sad. The sad. I'm gonna keep running it back. We gotta do what we gotta do. Let's go ahead and focus on that mini boss. Now, if you guys have any other team comps you want to see me run, definitely let me know. See if I have the monsters ruined already. I got a few other ones I want to try out, but I haven't really. Hmm? Got two continuous on them. Ooh, see, that hurts. Let's go ahead and steal that for ourselves. I think I like the homunculus because they come back. Oh, he got rid of my crow. That's terrible. Let's see if we can kill him with enough stacks. I think we got it. No speed still. It's a Baleygr round 5. I'm gonna keep it until I get a chance to go through my box. Usually I just trash it. But I did a lot of like throwing away rooms last couple weeks. So. Just trying to rebuild my box back up and then go from there. Basically, you wanna stack up that box. I'm gonna go through, see which ones have speed on them, try to take them up and see if I can get some triple speed rounds. If not, it's going straight to the trash basket. Just trying to rebuild my box back up and then go from there. And I really want to get my box built up before the next TOA comes around, because that way my teams can be a lot stronger, a lot faster, be able to get through the stages a lot easier, make my times a lot faster. And I really want to get my box built up before the next TOA comes around, because that way my teams can be a lot stronger, a lot faster, be able to get through the... Now I've been playing for a little bit over a year, about a year and 5 days now. So for those that don't think that they can like accomplish a lot of that stuff, you really can. And I believe that I wasted some time due to like work. There were times when I wasn't able to play or play with like full intention, but I mean, realistically, a lot of this game you can allow it to just run on auto and go from there. So that's one of the things I really do like about this game, is that you can just let it play on auto and do its thing, and they pretty much will do what they got to do, especially if you have a reliable team, a consistent team. However, the one thing about this game that annoys me is sometimes they derp. Like, I don't know what it is, but they will get to a point where they will derp. And you're like, yo, I know you guys could get through this consistently, and they just derps. But I do like the fact that Fran is pretty much a good, smart healer. She will heal herself or who needs it. She's not just throwing it around there. Plus, I like the fact that we get to get that attack buff off of them, which gives it to all of us. They just keep giving me them sad runes, and it just makes my heart break. I think the other day I did like, I had gathered about 200 runes within I want to say 4-day time span, and still got nothing. I think only about 10 of them were pretty decent out of 200 runes. And you spend basically all of the money you get for selling them bad boys to start all over again and try to build up those 10. Let's go ahead and get rid of these guys on the ends first. They usually cause the most drama. So what do you guys think about this GB10 team? Thoughts, comments, changes? See, then they like to go after the towers, and I'm like, what are y'all doing? Focus on this boss. I love the water homunculus. He just puts stacks on stacks on top of stacks and just makes everything so much easier. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that. It's going to go in that gift box. Keep it moving. I'm gonna do some GB10 for y'all. And see, like the water homunculus, if you already put stacks on them or like harmful effects, he'll add to that. So that's why I really like running him for this particular stage. Plus he's element neutral, so I got 2 dark, 2 light, and 1 water. I turned down all the volume because they be tripping about the sounds and stuff like that on YouTube and whatnot. So if you guys can't hear any of the attacks, I do apologize. It's just they be tripping about playing certain things on the internet nowadays, music. Crow did a disgusting strike on the GB10 boss. As you can see, this team is pretty consistently going through it. It has a fairly consistent, oh, 12 unknown scrolls. Nice. Fairly consistent mechanic. We're not letting the boss keep any type of buffs. So if he kills one of them, you know, I got the homunculus there. They get to come back. So that's pretty dope. And then for the most part, we're just using light effort for his ability to put down stacks and steal. Then we're using the homunculus to be able to reset their skill cooldowns and also slow down the boss and reset the enemy's cooldowns. And from there, we're just pretty much using the water homunculus to add stacks, multiple stacks, and then Crow is our boss nuker. And then the event that we have to survive because we've gotten so many stacks and our nukers, the top 3 guys right there are killed, we'll go ahead and just let the Fran and the Dark Homunculus should be able to stall out the continuous damage stacks. So that's basically my idea behind this team. I'll do a couple more runs and then I'll show you guys my box so you guys can see exactly what other monsters I have. I have some few more that can kind of make speed runs a walk in the park. So got that branding on them. We got defense break. Definitely needed my homunculus to hit them with that no, he's for sure dead. And so basically, no matter how it goes, flat runs. So what do y'all think of this team right now? Yeah, Darren, I didn't even see this, but my light effort is... Yeah, I know I can disable the Giants intro, Anthony. I thought I did, actually, and did not do it. Yeah, I definitely need to keep... I've been definitely trying to keep speed runs. I got wind, homie. Yeah, I like to play safe because some of the times, like I said, they dirt. And I have other mons, but they dirt. They will, I'll get to the point, Anthony, where like Lushan will do his 3rd attack with one enemy, and that shit annoys me. And I have other mons. I'll take you guys through my monster box at this point, because like I said, I have a Lin, but I have a lot of things to build. I'm now just basically farming and building monsters from here. I have a Lin, got a Lushan, but I want to play as extremely safe as possible so that way I don't waste energy necessarily. All right. So we're in my box. I definitely do have a Luscious. Let's go up by grade. First off, let's see if I can. Thought boss animation was off. Guess not. Alright, so we got a Luscious. My Luscious currently is at 145 crit rate with 68% crit. I mean, I'm 145% crit damage with a 68% crit rate, so not super bad. I definitely want to make him a little bit faster, but right now he is running a Fatal Blade set. Show you guys some of these. The water homie. For my water homie, because a lot of these stats are built for when I was doing TOA hard, so I was really focusing on making sure we got through it with accuracy and making sure that we were landing our effects, because basically if we're not landing anything, then it's really not, I mean, we're just giving up turns. So my homunculus was built more or less to last HP wise, and then to land his continuous damage stacks on everybody else from his third skill. And so basically I try to get at least 4 on the boss, or 4 on a unit before, and then with him, before I use this Ice Mist, that'll give me about 8 stacks on a person, and then I usually couple him with Crow to go into it and just wipe him out. This is where my, yeah, and I definitely just get over the derping, so I like to play safe, because like I said, a lot of the times, you can put it on auto and think that they will just do what they're supposed to do, and they will attack towers, they will use like hecka skills on different stuff, and I just be like, what? Yeah, and see, Anthony, that be blowing me, because you rune specifically so that you don't have to worry about your monsters missing, but then when they do it on their own, like, it just seems like they just go extremely haywire. This was my Baleygr I was running right here. I wanted him to go slow, so I didn't really give him any speed, but I still want to speed rune him. He's on a Revenge Rage set. So this is why I'm basically grinding right now, because there's a lot of them that I want to boost up speed. Now, I have Orochi. Wait, this is why I said, Anthony, I have a lot of teams for GB10. I have this Orochi, and then, because I was going to run like a dual Orochi team right here and run 2 of them at the same time. Run him plus a healer, attack buffer, maybe and maybe run my Dark Homunculus and another, maybe my Crow, because at that point we could just put tons of stacks on them. So I thought about doing like a 2 times. So I have like double Orochis. I just haven't had a chance to really build them because just time. But yeah, him throwing down 6 stacks on an opponent is ridiculous right here. And once again, I want to really fully build his skills up, because then at that particular point, he's able to do this skill every 4 turns. If I coupled him with my homunculus here, now that's every 2 turns. So that's like every 2 turns, I can potentially put down 6 stacks, which is ridiculous. Oh, you want to check out my Bella? She is right here. I got a couple monsters. So Bella is right now working on doing her second awakening, so I'm like 94% done with that. As soon as I second awaken Bella, we will be able to really start getting stuff messed up. Got a couple twin action here. So this was a new unit that I got, Lynn, that I really want to work on, especially for next month. She is like a ridiculous. I haven't had a chance, Anthony, really to work on Sig. And I got Sig maybe like 2-3 months ago. So there's like a lot of monsters. Like my Alicia, I haven't had a lot of time to really invest in her and build her up, as well as Sig, Alicia, my Annabelle. I've gotten these monsters like maybe 2 months ago and still have not had a chance to really like invest in them. I've also got the Ajir, and I really wanted to use him. So like that group of water mons right there with the like Sig, Alicia, Ajir, and the this Sylphid, I definitely want to build those for. I think that they have a lot that they can offer my teams, as well as the Annabelle, and as well as I was actually using Tark, but my problem with Tark is that he has low stats, even as a 5-star. Especially for that team up attack situation is ridiculous. But I am grinding. So, Lynn. Right now I'm running my Lynn. She is at 53% crit rate with 168% crit damage. And I definitely want to see if she can start nuking bosses for me. But I definitely think I need to 6-star her and then basically just keep upping her damage. So I'm going to try to build for next month. You guys are going to see in a lot of streams where I'm going to be building up Lynn, because I really want to see what she has to offer. But I'm also interested in this guy, this monster, Neil. Now, I heard, and I was looking some things up for like, especially those where you need the invincibility, certain particular stages could use her invincibility skills. So this one right here, I was able to fully skill her up over the weekend. I started working on Neil, I want to say Friday night, and the chat, you know, just basically hounding down a lot of SDs, and was able to get her fully skilled, except for her light hurricane. But all of the ones I did get basically went to this. So I'm going to work on just trying to get her second awakened. Yeah, get her definitely second awakened, and I'm going to try to work on making her a 6-star, because her damage can be ridiculous for Lynn as well as for Neil. So I'm going to get Neil and Lynn up and show you guys a lot of those strengths. I want to see how Lynn does with Toa next month, especially like on Lyrith and on the other Toa boss, because they can't be stunned. So I'm thinking her third skill with the max HP, because she's an HP scaling mod, should be ridiculous. Yeah, I feel like Lynn is one of those type of monsters where it's like you have to bring in the team because she's squishy. So you have to basically have everybody else keep her alive and boosted. And then otherwise, if she gets hit, you know, 2 times or by an attack break, she's squishy and won't be just cake. So definitely I'm going to be working on building her up, making her as tanky as I can, but also as strong as I can. And I really want to stick to the rage set. But right now mine is super frail. She's only got like 1,000, not even attack. So this was a monster I had just pulled, I want to say like Thursday, Friday. And this past Thursday, Friday, like a week ago. And I haven't had a lot of chance to really get into her. I just slapped some runes on her, awakened her, and then got her up there because I wanted to run her through and see what she had. But I definitely want to go ahead and work on making her a 6-star for next month. And as well as Neil. And go from there. Yeah, see, she that's why these runes right now for Lynn, I'm just not really too much worried about her. I'm not even focusing on her, and I'm really just trying to focus on those that are getting me through to the next part. And being able to farm a lot of the runes so that I can make them actually the way that they need to be. But for right now, no. This particular Lynn is trash. She was just just trying her out. I had got her, was excited, wanted to see exactly what she could do. And so that's where she is right now with Rage Blade. So definitely going to fix that for next month. I really want to work on doing some riffs. And I think another good one I want to work on using for riffs is going to be my Jansen. And this was another guy that I was really excited that I did get and was able to get skilled because I really want to work on doing R5. And him coupled with the Baleygr should be able to go through R5 and do some damage, especially if I have some other teammates that are running the same comps. I also have the Warbear friend and the Lauren. My Lauren is, let's see where she is. So I got a Lauren friend, Warbear. I got a couple other ones just in case I needed to rebuild my Lauren. And that way I can make sure I can get through the, because sometimes I like to build one and have them run a certain way and then have another one built that can do another thing, because taking runes off costs like arm and a leg. Plus for right now, I have a ton of storage space, ton of monster space, and just still going from there. So, all right, let's see. Let me check out where we are right now. Got one-dimensional rift token open. Let's go back into doing GB10. Gotta do some head-to-head. Let's go ahead and check out some of these events. How are you guys doing on the events? Do you guys have any kind of thoughts on the current events that are out? Likes, dislikes? Looks like we gotta go through Karos Dungeon 15, well, 9 more times. So we're just gonna go ahead and clear out that top row. Since I have to do a lot of the GB10s anyways, I think I've already managed to complete this part. I think the only thing I dislike about a lot of the events is that when you're like at this particular point, you can clear through them so quickly that you really don't have anything else to do but basically grind. And I can understand where you are, Anthony, with the grinding, because yeah, sometimes it gets like too much, like exceedingly too much, where you'll just be like, man, I can't do this anymore. But that's why I said, like, sometimes I get a little irritated because they will derp. And you're like, why are you derping? So I've just been running this particular team because I have not had any issues with them derping. So far, I most of the time can get through about, I usually have a decent success rate without them derping and without them losing. And I'm really not in the mood to like waste energy to go through something. Oops, sorry about that, you guys. Waste energy and go through it and then have to do it all over again with no reward. So I run it through like this, and then I'm gonna probably, after about a little bit around next week, I'll probably go through again, start trying to level up some more runes and see where I'm at, swap and make some monsters a lot stronger. I definitely think I do want to build like an Orochi team. I want to build a lot of fun teams, but also I want to get into making like really good speed run teams. But for where I'm at right now in the game, I think I just need to focus on rune grinding, especially because I was able to get through Toa Hard this month and normal. And as I finished Toa Hard on my like actual 1-year anniversary day, and that was the first time I beat it. But I mean, once again, if you've been playing this game and you haven't beaten Toa Hard, it can be done. Like, you just have to readjust some of the things you're doing. May need to farm a lot of the other monsters. Me personally, I use both of the homunculus. I knew my guild leader was just like, basically, if you get both the homunculus together, you can. It should be a cakewalk, and I agree. I mean, it let me get up to at least about 70, 80 something before I really had to start getting into the game. And yeah, my game had changed a lot since like a month or so ago when I last streamed. I was able to accomplish a lot of the goals I wanted to do. All right, we got to get this guy's health down because there you go. And see, this is exactly like why I like running this team, because no matter what happens, like they usually are able to, that's a definite sale, clear through the boss. And I like taking a Dark Homunculus because she has a strip as well. So just in case Alsharion doesn't get that strip off the boss, she can get it off of him. So what are some monsters that you guys are excited about or that you've received recently? I really do like the Paladin. I was glad I was able to get her from that fusion event, that monster fusion event. Which ones did you guys go for? Now, I actually have a second account too as well that I want to show you guys. And I think that account has only been, I've only been playing it for maybe about 50 days, maybe 2 months. And I am pretty much already ready to tackle GB10 and more. Anthony, what are you doing, regular tour or are you doing tour hard? And are there any particular stages that like you all struggle with specifically in tour? Because tour hard this past month, this month specifically, I struggled the hardest with, I want to say my hardest one was doing, I think it was 93 kind of gave me a fit, 93 and 99. I hate when they give me flat rooms, especially on GB10. I feel like you shouldn't be getting like, I don't know. That's just me complaining, I guess. You guys feel free to take screenshots of your monsters and place them in the chat. That way we can kind of like, everybody can kind of see what everybody's working with, share some ideas. I know Darian has a Hater that I really, really, really want. If I can get one of those, that would be great. My guy pulled a Monkey King for his scroll, and of course they played me when I got mine, and I didn't get really anything when I got my legendary summoning. But once again, like I said, I got a Lin out of my light and dark, and I was kind of happy with that. It was a newer attack monster. I wasn't, prior to this month, I didn't have that many light monsters. I had literally just got my light Ifrit at the beginning of this event that just came out. So he's also a new monster to my team. Which is once again why he's not 6-starred and why he's not awakened. But because he already had the skill, the innate passive and things like that, I was just like, well, let's just rock with it. Y'all need to let that man take his turn so he can die. Look at that. Defense from, but it's got speed, crit damage, trash. Alright, let's get it going. And see, I'm not using a Rochi simply because he is a single target monster, and I'm using more like outside of my light Ifrit and my Crow and my supporters. Really, everybody else is just single target, but my healer kind of heals everybody, and so does my support homunculus, and everybody else does. My water homunculus is hitting everybody, and that's why I didn't run a Rochi. At first, I was playing with Poseidon on this team. Kind of slows everybody down, stop them from taking their turns and things, but I definitely had switched to this particular one because the water homunculus middle skill also has the ability to reduce attack bar. And once again, it's an AoE as well. He just doesn't slow. And I'm running my homunculus, which was a problem, I do want to say, fighting against Lilith, was I ran both the homunculus, water and dark, Crow, chase him, and who did I run? And Poseidon for my TOA 100 team. And one of the issues that I ran into with running this particular homunculus, the way he is set up with all 3 attacks doing AoEs, was sometimes I didn't need him to attack everyone because, of course, one of Lilith's incarnation, Lyris incarnation, does attack bar absorption, and the other one does will counterattack. So sometimes I wanted to just hit one target, and because he has a AoE attack primary, he was hitting everyone and would cause us to either get counterattack, attack bar absorption, and everything else. So if there was one thing I would have changed about that monster, it would have been I would have gave his primary skill just the single target one so I can pick and choose who I wanted to hit. However, outside of that, since I had upped a lot of his stuff, he was causing a lot of despair with the other 2 incarnations, so we were getting away with it, but that's not, I don't think that's a general rule anybody else should follow. I definitely wouldn't suggest that. Now, if you can use another monster instead of the water homunculus, then I suggest, maybe going ahead and making all 3 of his moves AoE, especially if you need like a Phaemon farmer. He's like really good for getting you through Phaemon, your other monsters through Phaemon, especially fast. So that is one of the benefits in having all 3 of his skills do AoE. But once again, if you're trying to take him into doing bosses or in a place where a status is required, sometimes, or when they have counterattacks like this guy, you might want to be able to hit. Even if I was to target one of the towers, he's still going to hit all of them and cause the counterattack if that was the 7th attack. So that's one of the things I, say be careful about when you're making your water homie. But then again, if you got 300 crystals, just, do what you got to do, change them up, and then do what you got to do. So all right, Anthony, it was good seeing you in the chat. Appreciate you coming out, checking us out. Thank you for coming. And then if you get some time, we definitely need to do some RTA together. Play. Let's definitely talk about it. I'm down to like learn and discover new stuff about this particular game. Also, good luck with your tour runs, and let me know how you do. Hopefully you get through everything before the reset. We are running through GB10 today, trying to go ahead and get all of our runes and whatnot. Trying to do a lot of rune farming. And I had promised myself before this, I'm probably going to spend about a week and a half just doing rune farming solely. I love my dark homunculus, I'm not gonna lie. Go ahead, Fran, and make sure she heals everybody. Back at it again. If you guys are interested in streaming video games or Summoner's War from your phone and you are trying to make some money from doing that, be sure to check out my link right here and sign up for it. Mob Crush is exactly the app that I'm using to do the streaming, and they will pay you. So just letting this team go ahead and mop through these GB10 runs as fast as possible. I thought I put in there to skip the intros, but as you guys can see, they want to do their own thing, so. He tried to hit us with that defense break, but we already had we already had our immunity up, so that didn't work. And I love these consistent runs that they've been doing. Let's go ahead. Oh, we didn't get a chance to get that. Oh, we got it off. Crow taking. Now, that is another thing I love about Crow when he does that team up. He took Alsharion with him. And even though Alsharion on his turn did not get the attack buff that the giant had on him, when Crow took him with him, they were able to snatch it off again. So I was like, see, this is exactly why I like running this particular team, because they are not allowing him to have that attack buff, which for the most part will cause a lot of people death, especially if you're not necessarily element advantage on this particular one, or if you're just squishy. And I like to avoid all of that. Take out all of those unnecessary variables. I think this is the most damage I've seen my Alsharion take at this particular stage. They were really... They basically just start melting with the continuous damage stacks, and they just melt. And like I said, I do recommend everybody putting in the grind and the work to go ahead and get those homunculus out the way if you can. I mean, they're like broken monsters, really, in this particular game, especially versus PvE. What up, Kendrick? Thank you for joining the stream this morning. Just streaming some Summoner's War. Alright, so it looks like this is probably my 9th time going through it. So we probably have completed one of the events. Definitely want to sorry about that. I definitely want to get into the arena part for the Summoners War Championships. I really like watching those, but it takes a lot of room grind. I mean, perfect rooms is just, at this particular stage, is something I'm not even like, I guess, hoping for, because it's not necessarily something that I can guarantee myself, so I don't want to set myself up for failure. Hey, Kendrick. Playing some Summoners War right now. This is a game, Kendrick, that you can download on your phone. So this is something I play like on the go, at home, when my PlayStation wants to act ridiculous. So we already got 3 stacks of continuous damage on them. He wind up hitting us with that defense break, but we were still able to get that attack buff off of him. Unfortunately, not before our Sharion had died. I think we've done just about enough. Oh, there it is. For sure we've killed him. This is not something I'm necessarily looking for, but I'll check it out. We are grinding out the GB10. And I'll show you guys maybe some necro teams. I want to say so far we've played at least, what, 10, 15 runs, 20 runs, and we have not died, so that's a good thing. This is exactly why I like this team, because I don't have to worry about it, and it's on auto. Now, yeah, I've been targeting some, but not really. They pretty much do their thing. Please be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is High Level Gamers Blood Bullets. My Twitter channel, BlueJ888. Now, I had to redo my Twitch because I lost access to my Twitch. They couldn't get me back in for some particular reason. So my new one is going to be RNG Hates Us. And I'll put that username down in the chat. And that is my new Twitch name. So it's just RNG. Put that in there for you all. And that's the game. Water Homie goes ahead and splashes them with that whole continuous damage set. Let's see what we got here. Be sure to check out my pages. That definitely helps support the girl trying to do her streaming deal. Just popping those in there for you all in the chats so you guys can see them. I'm gonna check out Marvel Strike Force Kendrick. You're gonna have to send me some screenshots so I can see what it's all about. I've been playing this game now for a year and 5 days. See, and I really like this because it's kind of like Pokemon, but this game is basically based on monsters and effects as well as runes and team building. Let's see if we can get this W. Oh no. Spoke too soon. See, I wasn't paying attention. I looked away for a moment, and then the next thing you know, they're done. And now this guy, she's not gonna be able to do it. So this is what I mean by like when they derp and you're not paying attention, they will attack the towers and will do everything in their mama instead of just actually fighting the boss. And that's why I have to target the boss in the beginning, because they'll spend more time trying to take down tower 2 and 3 than actually, like, the computer has terrible threat perception. I guess to all of them are threats. And it's like, really, I just need you to focus on the boss. Everything else can be done. Whoops. And let's go ahead and focus this boss. This way we don't have to worry about that defense break. Now, if he takes a big swing, I was going to say some people might feel it. What's up, Darian? Welcome back. What's up, homie? Miss. Still doing these GB10 runs. I'm selling that. I'm trying to tell people like they should definitely get into this game. It's pretty fun. I like the fact that like, yeah, it can get repetitive, but the RTA, which is something I haven't really do, I usually play with Darian and a few other people real time arena. That that alone is like a whole different particular aspect to the game that I'm hyped to get into, but I understand you need to take steps in order before you can actually just jump into that arena. Yes, I'm selling all of those, Darian. I'm looking for speed runes, particularly this run, because realistically, that's what my problem is. I have tons of attackers. Like, I'll show you my box and some more stuff, and I have. There was one in there. I have tons of attackers. I'm just trying to get to speed, so that way we can get through things a lot faster, because really in PvE it's about the speed, and then also in RTA you need to outspeed your opponent, and because they don't show you that, and a lot of these monsters, I currently don't own a lot of monsters like a Sierra that has a nice speed buff, but I am getting like the Sylphids who do speed buffs and things like that in arena and guild and things. So right now what's important to me is things that I can really affect, which is basically like speed on my team. We definitely need to get some more there you go, some more statuses on this giant. I mean, this is pretty much over, but yeah. I wish that you could sell me those speed slots that you have, but I'm worried about like speed slots and other. I want speed in other parts. So outside of just the 2 slot, I'm trying to really get speed in like 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1. So as well as take speed slotted 2 rooms, but I do definitely want to get those in the other rooms, because those, if I got like 12 to 15 around 1, 6, 5, 4, and 3, then I can guarantee myself 200 plus speed easily. Yeah, and then definitely, and see, the rifts, I want to get that to get to like 12 on a roll, then go in and get my grindstones and whatnot from the rifts to take it up to like 18 or whatnot, and then that way it's 18. It's like 18 times 5 plus a fully 6-star speed room, which should give me what I'm looking for. And so that's why I need to go ahead, because I don't have tons of speed rooms like that. I've only been playing for a year. And basically the ones that I do have and all of my good ones, I'm spreading them around and or have to take off and put on other monsters to make my team comps more viable. So really what I'm working on now is just upping my rune game, so that way I can have enough to be able to bring various teams and comps and don't have to do all of those changes throughout. Now, yeah, true, a lot of speed leads do get banned, and that's why you got to make your debuffers and whatnot, but that's why I'm trying to fix that, so that even if you do ban my speed leads, my basic monsters should still be speedy enough. I mean, I want to get my basic core team or my other 3 monsters at 200, and then have my speed leader make them like 280. You know, I want to be 200 plus, so that way we can, this is me not paying attention again to what was happening, just talking, looking up. Yeah, so basically that's why I said I just want to get more runes in general. If she can survive this revive, she took it off. Oh, no, she's not going to kill it. So yeah, you got to definitely focus on, oh, I didn't want to do that. Definitely did not want to do that. Oh well. So yeah, I'm basically just trying to gather more runes in general because I want to be able to make some faster team comps, and I don't want to be spreading around my runes as much. And like I said, I definitely got to pay attention to this because they will derp and they will go after towers. They will use sometimes in that stage before they'll use their third skills on like one or two monsters, and that just like blows me. I just don't get why. And that's another reason why I bring the homunculus too, to kind of reset that just in case they do that, because I am running it on auto. So we're just letting this go through here. Now, I have been doing runes, creating them, and that's another reason why I'm doing GB10, because I'm just stacking all of those resources and then going to go to rune creation and also using from the riff raids. I'm not riff raids, I'm sorry, dimension, the dimension hole over there where you can do second awakenings using those additional materials that they give you to craft other runes and things like that. Those are really important. So I've been doing a lot of that as well, but I'm doing it all as I get it. You know what I mean? Like you can't really rush the process no matter how much you may want to, but there are things you can do to kind of like mitigate the process and kind of help yourself go through it a lot faster. I'm not sure why my crow ain't snacking down on this guy. He not hitting him with that scar action at this particular point. Should have killed him anyways without the defense break, but oh well. We'll see. Yeah, there we go. That's why I was like, I'm not sure what's happening because he still should have been napping, but it's probably because my crit rate is down at like 50-some%. So that's why I really got to work on getting some better runes so I can bring Crow's crit rate up to about 70, 75 for a more reliable attack. But for the most part, for right now, it is still working. So I'm not too like hung up on fixing it. I would like to fix it, but that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now. And I really am trying to aim to get it all done before the next tour reset because, like I said, I ran pretty much Poseidon. I ran this exact team, minus Fran and minus Alsharion, but adding in Poseidon for speed lead and chase him, and I cleared through Toa. So if you're looking for a team that can go through Toa, I ran Dark Water, Chase him, Poseidon, Crow. But my Crow, once again, if you need to see some stats, my Crow has 246 crit damage. And then I have a totem that's giving me an additional 10%. So Crow right now is hitting at 256 crit damage. Much quicker once they focus on the giant. Let's go for Another group of energy, and let's keep it rolling. Let's ride. And you see the damage that Crow just like snatches their life. Once he hits them, it's over with. Let's focus on the mini boss here. Get this through. Definitely trying to inflict as much on her. So we saw that, like, for the most part, they will run through it. Like I said, I hate when they focus on the towers. That's why I like these AoE. And then, of course, this particular boss himself has a counter hit on the 7th attack. So that's another reason why I was trying to make my team more or less tanky to be able to hit that first hit. But I got them in there the way that they are. So that way, if he does get that attack buff, we can take it. And we don't have to worry about losing. As you can see, strip sometimes always doesn't strip. So I know there's other teams like Lushan and Bella and things like that. You could take Bernard, Shannon to do this because they're all, but I really do like this team. It's like my new, I guess I'm like in love with my homunculus, so don't fault me, but they really are like game breaking monsters to have, especially that they give you as part of the game that you can actually farm and work towards instead of having to worry about RNG and you getting it from a light or dark or a specific scroll, something that you could actually obtain and achieve on your own. And then the skill ups, I personally, I'm not gonna lie, I was hoarding Devilmon. So when I got my Dark Homunculus, I was able to like scale her, max up all her skill ups immediately. That's why if I show you my box, she's fully skilled all the way through, every single one. I want to say all of the ones on her, the ones that matter. Let's say it like that. We are going through this and working on this GB10. Sorry about my screen flipping. It does that. So wait, are you running? You said you're running. Is that your GB10 team? Oh, look at that. Just automatically target them to fix that. There we go. Learn something new every day playing Summoner's War. So I learned that I can make them automatically target the boss today.
What?
Mm-hmm. Right here like this. This part right here.
Yeah.
Did you just hatch an egg? I mean, it's fine. It didn't change anything about my game. So, it wasn't a major breakthrough. I learned something different. Even though I don't know why my cutscenes are still coming on when I have taken those off. But we are going to run this GB10 in order to get this down. What up, Jason? Running some GB10 right now. Trying to do some room grinding because Jayla needs rooms. I'm basically selling everything that doesn't have speed, crit damage, and crit rate. But I have like tons of attackers. I have tons of attackers necessarily 6-star. I need to make some more support monsters 6-star. That'll also help survivability. Nice. I was like, what? But these guys are in there doing their thing. I am like, at this point in the game, I'm happy with where I'm at. Like I said, I got a lot of things done and accomplished that I wanted to. I spent about 3 months really not playing the game with intent. However, when I was working I would part-time and stuff, I was able to, I was just running through, like if I wasn't paying attention through the Rift, because I have a pretty decent Win Rift team, and I was able to just let them do that on auto, which allowed me to get my homunculus pieces for my skill ups a lot faster, because for 3 months, even if I just signed in, I was just running them through Rift, and they were just getting all the pieces. And so by the time I was ready to like skill up my my dark homunculus, I had all the wind pieces I needed. I had all the like condensed essences I needed. I just needed to do the wind and the fire and the water the water rifts, which but I did have them for both the wind, and the dark and the water homunculus. The condensed and any of the wind stuff I didn't really need to farm for. So that cut down a lot of the farming time I had to do. And it made it more, I guess, viable and more like, it made more sense for me to go ahead and like just finish getting them. Today, I think, I got like a little cold coming on. Today, I think I'm going to focus on, at some point, I'm going to build the like absolute fastest teams I can build and see what I come up with. What happened? So I'm going to give you guys, I think I can get it down to about a minute and 10 seconds. If I was running like my absolute speediest monsters for this, and maybe like running some wind monsters to add into this. And or amping some of the ones I got on here now, making them a little bit faster. Definitely good with that strip. We're not gonna let you have that attack buff at all. You just can't have that attack buff, buddy. I'm sorry. But no. Now, also, I got a green screen, so I will be playing some of these inside the green screen. I just got to get it all like connected correctly, I guess. And this is actually playing through my phone, but I got to get it set up so it plays through my computer. And then you all can see me actually playing Summoner's War at the same time. So that's something new and exciting to look forward to. And that also, you'll see like in Mortal Kombat, other games I'm playing. Today I want to do some Final Fantasy streaming at some point. I've actually just started playing Final Fantasy 13 with Lightning. So that is something I wanted to start streaming, as well as streaming some Destiny 2. I only really play it for the Crucible, I'm just going to be real. And streaming some Final Fantasy The City, which is another game that I just started getting into and I'm really liking. So, as well as bringing you guys some Mortal Kombat, some more Injustice. I'm seeing everybody getting into Injustice 1 lately, which, okay. And that makes me want to revisit Nightwing so much, so that might be something else I'll be doing, is bringing you guys. I do have Injustice 1, actually. So that's actually pretty neat, and that was a nice throwback I saw, that it made me feel good that I still kept my copy this entire time. So, but Darren, you said you're playing Toa number 70. What's Toa 70 normal? Oh, you can't get to it yet. Do you have it unlocked? Yeah, you do. You beat normal already. It's hard, right? What's the monsters? Who? Poseidon one? What's the other two dark? What's the other monsters? That sounds like I used the same team I'm using now. I crowed Poseidon, I think. I crowed and stacked Poseidon with the water homunculus, and I slowed down all of his skills with the dark one. Yeah. I used the dark homunculus, and I used unbalanced field, so he didn't have the second and third skill. Did they lose? They lost. All right, let's go up in here and see what we got.
Poseidon the monster also counters Poseidon the boss for the enemy.
Mm-hmm. Let's go on some of these events. Let's work on those too while we're here. Okay, so we got the bingo done. Let's collect that. Mm-hmm. It says we need to do the scenario and arena. So oops. Let me go through these arena battles. I'm gonna just do these arena battles really quick and get them over with. And see, unbalanced field in arena is ridiculous. Even though I wouldn't have done that normally, I would have had her maybe follow up after everybody else had used their nuke skills so we can reset. But my monsters is pretty much OP for this boss anyways, this fight. I could have probably brought all my damage dealers, to be honest, and just nap all of these. Also, I don't even know if my Poseidon is still ruined. I think he might be missing something. But I'm just going to go through this really quick. Some of my guild members doing some chatting. For that, number 70. Oh. He said he's gonna sleep him. See, he got that sleep powder Butterfree. He got that sleep powder Butterfree. When you got that sleep powder Butterfree in this game, what PvE, use it. Knock them all out. And then take your time. Pro did 39,000. for no reason on that poor person. Got it the worst than anybody else. That's why I wanted to do my stream after the reset, 9:15, so that way I could, oh, I should have definitely reset Bernard's little skill, but I think we got this. We weren't gonna get no type of speed buff today. Girl handing out naps to everyone, and then Unbalanced Field just lets you keep handing out naps. Just lets you keep handing out naps, back to back naps. Maybe in his box. You know, I ain't gonna have no skills. We're just gonna put all of that on cooldown. Who? Oh, yeah. I know. Let's go ahead and make sure Perna can't revive. Let's go ahead and make sure Perna can't revive. Perna and it won't revive. So now we pray for that Perna and it won't revive, which is great. Let's do that. Trying to make this painless and quick as possible to get through these events while we're doing runs, so I can get crystals and things like that to keep doing runs. So crystals and things like that to keep doing runs. Well, with Mav, I don't think it matters, right? Sarah with Mav. Just bomb them. I think everybody should have Bella by now. Alright. I think I was running my Bella Violent Nemesis, which was ridiculous, because in Arena, you're not going to summon no clouds today. I'm finna just scratch that one on out of here. Friend. Some level 9 just contributed to my event skill up. My event completion was right there top on the list. Mm-hmm. We got 50 energy. Alright, scenario 5 times. Look like that's where we at. This little team is petty. I'm building up a Seek now. It's another monster I didn't have, so now that I just found one, I'm just like, well, I had one previously, but early on I had fed him for food because I figured he was just food. Well, you won't be doing none of that. This is my kill leader. This is his Alicia. Yeah, she comes to wreck shop real quick and get that done. I didn't even get a chance to take a chance. She was just like, I'm just gonna swirl, make it twirl real quick. And that's the thing about doing continuous runs because. So this is on my second account. This guy right here, I have a Baleygr. And I guess I really could have put him with a monster that, oh, you know what? He'll work for them. I also spend time playing between two accounts too, so when I think about my other account. And that's that. I think that is our fourth one. We got one more. And let's bring in a steak. There you go. And that's done. Alright, so we should have plenty of energy to go back to doing our GB10 runs. Basically collecting money. We're gonna not get the sad scrolls. I'm just gonna finish out my crystals and then I'm gonna go for my devil mount for the rest of the. How long does this go to? Yeah, I got time. I'm gonna stay away from the sad scrolls. I'm just gonna go ahead and get those things. That'll be the last thing I get. And those are already complete, so. I just collected all my crystals from this. Ancient coins. Exclusives. I'm gonna go for my Devilmon. Which I will be giving that Devilmon a tasty treat to my Paladin, Jeanne, because she is almost fully skilled. That poor missing one. So once I give this to Jeanne, she should be able to do this every 4 turns and this every 3. And then I'm combining her with my Dark Homunculus, so that'll take that down to like every other turn for this one. And take this one down to every 2 turns. Wait, yeah. I only got 1 scroll in our box. Not really much action. Now we're back on our giants. Doing our thing. Let's get some of these effects on this guy. Got branding on him. Ooh. I'm wondering why my water homie has not done his third skill at all. These are the things that bother me. He has just done his second skill. This man did his second skill. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. And I'm like, why are you not popping this man with this third skill? What's going on? I'm just watching. I mean, he's getting it over. And Dark Homunculus is very much like you cannot have that attack buff. It don't matter, friend. You died for the cause. Probably should have enough money after this to enough materials to be able to craft a rune. See what we get. Alright, do a couple more for you all. We are going in for the kill now. And see, now they just got it. We got that. We have the attack buff, which is what I really like. And there we have it. Alright, let's go check and see. We have a nice little chunk of change. Let's see if we missed anything in the store. Nothing too. Alright, let's make a violent rune, see what we get. So, let's see if I can get a rage rune. So, trash. Alright, let's check out a legendary box. They petty. I've already reached my limit. Alrighty. So we got enough crystals to play around. Let's go back into doing some more GP10. You saw all of those runs I've done, and I've really not collected any runes. So that goes to show you what we are doing. Sorry about that. I'm gonna stream a couple more. Streaming actually wears my battery down. I gotta get some, should have been doing this with my wireless headset. That way I could charge at the same time, but oh, Crow, how much I love you. You have no idea what you do to me. He's like, I really am going to try to get mine at a base 250 crit damage and work on building up his crit rate. And I want to see him do 1 mil hits. We're going ahead doing these runs. Yo, I might have to get some art going. My cousin's trying to get some art playing. Over here running this speed team. Well, it's not speed team, but speeding me through this with no problem. Because consistency is what it is. keep it rolling. I'm gonna run this through maybe about 3-4 more times. Then I'm gonna end my stream. What up, Jahai? What's going on? Just running some GB10 teams real quick. Trying to do some gain some runes in Summoner's War. Do you play Summoner's War? So now we're back at the giant. Try to get this knocked out. I did plenty of run, and I definitely want to make sure I can get through and get some runes. But as you can see, probably out of like 40 runs, I really didn't keep anything. I think I kept maybe like 2 or 3, and even those looked like they were trash. So it's just the nature of the beast of the farm, which is why I wanted to wait until I was at this particular stage of the game to start doing that, because I knew I had the monsters and the effects and whatnot to get through the game. It's just making an actual comp and maybe building up certain rooms to getting there. Let me see where I'm at. See, selling it. Once again, another sell. See if we got, do we have ARC on PS4? Okay. Yeah, I still got ARC on PS4. It's still there? The disc? Double check that.
Now, does ARC on PS4 read? Who's to say? We do have it.
Sorry, you all. I'm just, some people are messaging me, and I'm like planning on streaming this to YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, and Facebook Live at the same time. So there's a lot of different chats and messages popping up about my teams and like what's going on and what I'm doing. So I'm not gonna lie, I do like streaming this game from my phone, because even though like right now I'm streaming from my phone, you all are not seeing any of the pop-ups because I have it set up, so none of those are like distracting, whereas on my computer those things would have still been coming up. So I do love playing this exactly from my phone. I am going to stop there. I've probably been streaming this game for about an hour now. So I'm going to go ahead and actually work on making some faster teams maybe. And see if I can show you guys some cool teams I can come up with the ones I have, maybe making some faster ones. And then get back to doing some more GB10 farming and see what we come up with. Thank you guys for checking out my stream this afternoon. Appreciate it. I'll be back probably in about an hour or two after I try to make up a couple teams.